What's up, guys? This is day 3 of getting this junk out of the Camaro. I think it's day 3. I don't know, I'm kind of all over the place with my videos and forgetting to record intros and outros. So yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to LS1howto.com. Tons of useful information on there. That's the source for like everything I'm doing and like researching all this stuff. I go to LS1 How To and I check YouTube. Seriously, very helpful. Today we'll be getting the manifold off and the throttle body. I've disconnected the wiring harness, as you guys seen. Got the IC and the TPS out from there, as well as some random vacuum lines, the PCV line, which is over here. And I'm pretty sure there's like water lines like this that I got to disconnect from the water pump. I know the primary vacuum line for the brake booster needs to come undone because apparently that is in the way. It's like tangled back there, as well as there being a map sensor and vacuum line. I'm gonna have to disconnect behind the manifold. Once I unbolt the, I think it's 8mm, the 4 8mm bolts to get this off, I'll be disconnecting those from behind. I got the ignition coil disconnected, so this thing's almost ready to come out. I think I'm gonna leave the fuel rails on the manifold. I'm just gonna disconnect the fuel line from here. I got the clip for it, and hopefully a ton of fuel won't spill out because there is pressure in this system still. I never released that pressure before taking the battery and unplugging all this shit out. So whatever, I'm gonna make a mess, but it's all good. So right now I think I'm gonna get this AC stuff out of the way. I got the one connection here that was going into the condenser. I'm gonna unbolt this over here, the bolt's on the other side, and then I'm gonna undo this bolt and get this off. Undo the bolt here as well, and then undo this bolt for the clamp that holds this in place, and hopefully that'll slip out. This back in. So basically when I pull the motor out, this is gonna come out with it, and then when the motor's out, I'll just unbolt it. Yeah, you know. Alright, so now we're gonna tackle the engine management computer, basically. There's like 4 connections over here, and 2 10mm bolts over here, and a bunch of little clamps I'm gonna have to undo. But I know it looks like a mess right now, but after undoing a couple of things, here, 2 bolts are here, and then I'm probably gonna have to fish out a wire through the firewall and, you know, slowly pull it out, get it out of the way. That's gonna have to come out obviously because that runs that. Well, these have these, there's a bunch of plastic pins like this that I gotta pull out to like unclip these connections. I don't remember having that in the Subaru. You know what I mean? The fuel. There's one over here. Now I'm gonna unclip this. There's another wire going down here. Okay, so I probably unclipped it already. Most likely. Yeah, definitely. It's just clipped into the subframe, really. Past the camera. If you see down there, it's clipped onto the subframe. I'll just leave that. They're pretty tight.
You think there's something under there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was saying it was clipped to the subframe.
Gotta take that off?
Yeah, to get this out, because it is holding it back. Like the rest of it wants to come out, but... So, I got this clip on the subframe. Unclipped, and now I'm gonna fucking feed these wires up into this really small gap. Alright, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so just to let you guys know, I don't know what I'm doing.
No idea.
That's just a friendly reminder that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pulling stuff in. Okay, so these have to be unclipped. Or unbolted actually, there's 2 bolts here.
Sure.
Do not over torque. I'm guessing that's a 7 mil. Yo, guess what size it is?
It's a 7 mil.
It's a 7 mil.
What if that bolt's not actually holding it?
I'm sure there's clips, but like...
What if you just gotta get a little angry and just rip it out? And that's just how it comes out.
I'm not ripping this out, because then I'm fucked. Might as well put everything back together and fucking sell the car as is. Oh, this one's ready to come out. Is it not? Oh shit, I broke it.
No, I can't break it. He pulled it out. Oh.
This little rubber gasket. Though.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, nice.
The ECM. This is the ECM. Garbage. What do we got going on? We got separate. Gotta unplug from whatever this is. You see this shit? Over here, gotta unplug whatever this is. See that? I just unplugged it, you know? I'm gonna have to pull that out.
Yeah.
And my camera's gonna die. Slowly fish it through and then you can disconnect it. So I'm gonna do that right now. Slowly gonna pull through. This way I don't have to, you know, unbolt the dash and go through the firewall kind of thing. You know, I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. But I also don't want to break shit, which I'm pretty fucking fond of doing. Yeah, I don't know if I can pull it out more, but it's right fucking there. So I'm gonna try to go through like the kick panel on the inside of the car. I mean, it's hella tight, but we'll see. One, two. I'm gonna have to get this out of the way. Yo, you should get the camera stuff and videotape me doing this from the outside, because this is fucking ridiculous.
Looks like from the other side?
No, from the outside, like my body position.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but you can't get through, can you? Just fucking crawl into the car. Alright, so I'm gonna unscrew this because it's in my freaking way. Hopefully I can pull this out now a little more. Holy shit. There's a bunch of colorful wires under here, bro. You can see light. I can see everything right here. Alright, so these are like, this is everything I got to unplug basically. These 3 connections. So this is fucking a lot easier. Unos. Dos. That looks broken.
Sounded like it.
No, it's not broken. Boom. That's it. Now we can fish it through. Oh. What's good? Yes, sir. That's it, eh? So everything on this side's done. Everything on this side's ready to come out. I got the wire harness unplugged. That's ready to pull out. That's gonna come out with the motor. So yeah, now let's go on this side. I'm gonna get this fuel line out of the way. And I got these two over here, the fuel lines here. So before I make a mess, I'm gonna get this thing unclipped. I'm not sure how, but I'll figure it out. I'll probably end up breaking it. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Instead of unclipping this, I'm gonna slide this out of here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Slide that out of there, and then disconnect it from here. Yeah, right? That makes sense. Just how do I disconnect this? As you see, it won't come off because this clip's in the way, so I'm going to try to just get my flathead in here and... Oh, fuck. Might as well just break it off now, huh? Fuck, I broke it. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I can pull this off. I got my set over here that I went and bought, and I already checked which one fits. It's the blue one, which would be size 3/8. It says here, make sure system is discharged. Wear safe eye protection. Okay, well, my system is not discharged and not wearing eye protection, but I'm gonna go ahead and clip this guy over here. First, you gotta get this little rubber thing out of the way, and then this blue thing, you just gotta push it in. This pulls out. I'm assuming gas is gonna come flying out, so I'm gonna get out of the way, and hopefully you get a good shot of this. Alright, so this just slipped out. There's some gasoline leaking. Let me get this clip out of the way. I can smell the gas, and yeah, hopefully it's not that much. I'm sure this, I'm pretty sure this little nipple here releases pressure, but I don't know. I didn't fuck with that. That's what I read online. Alright, so now we're gonna disconnect some lines. I'm gonna start with the water lines going from the water pump into the throttle body. There's one here, which I already disconnected from the pump, so that I can leave. And now I just gotta get this one unclamped from here. And if you come on the passenger side, there's two vacuum lines right here, 1 and 2, that I'm gonna pull out. And yeah, there's no clamps to these ones or anything, so I can probably just pull them out. That one's fucking dirty. Everything's dirty. Who am I kidding? That didn't sound good. I just heard a snap. This thing's pretty tough. I guess it friggin' clips into place. Grab this clamp. Get it out of the way. And then this should pull off. Alright, so I'm using my pliers to get behind the line. And I'm going to pry and pull at the same time. Should come off. Just like that. I didn't even have to add any special sound effect to that because that gave me the perfect ring. Alright, so now I'm going to unclip the primary vacuum line going to the brake booster. I don't think it unclips. I think you just pull it out because I'm pretty sure this is in the way. Like, I'm pretty sure it clips on behind the intake manifold and you can't even see it from here. So I'm going to unclip it from here, Ooh, it hissed at me. So we got things cleared up on this side and this side. It honestly looks like the intake's ready to come off. So just one thing. When I disconnected this line from here, I kind of like pulled it over here. This slid out and then this just broke. I mean, the outside ripped apart from this, but I'm pretty sure this tube slips into here. So it didn't break. It's just this shit broke. This heat shield, whatever that's supposed to do. Now I'm gonna get my air ratchet and my 8mm and unbolt these bolts to the intake. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a 5th one back here, which you can barely see. It's gonna be tricky, but it'll come off. Oops. Alright, so I got the 5 8mm bolts undone on the passenger side to the intake. They all come out. Let me show you. They're pretty big. They all come out. The problem is with the rear too, there's not enough space. Look, if you can see, they hit the top. There's not enough space for them to come out. This one should clear. Yeah, this one you can get out. But the last two on both sides, you cannot take the bolt out. So I learned a trick. If you lift both of them up, this one and the one behind it, and tie an elastic around the top when they're up like this, then they'll hold each other in place like this and it should be able to come out. I almost forgot to disconnect this EGR going into here. Pretty sure it's just one 10mm bolt, so I'm gonna get that done before I unbolt the 5 8mm bolts on this side. And there we go, that slides out. Just the one bolt. This thing is tough, so you're gonna need to bend it out of the way. I'm probably gonna break it, fuck's sakes. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Alright, so here's a tip. When getting the last 2 bolts out on either side, don't use an air ratchet, because once you unscrew it all the way, the top is gonna smack the top of this and it's gonna get stuck, and you will not be able to turn this from either side, left to right. And I just had this stuck on there for about 10 to 15 minutes trying to fight it off. So finally got it off, but I'm gonna have to manually get those back ones off. So I've tried a number of different socket wrenches and socket sizes that will fit in there to get that last one, that last 8mm unbolted. These two aren't really working out, so I got my extension here with my 8mm, and this should fit. This should do the trick. Got it on right now. There we go. Hopefully I don't lose my socket, because I can't see shit. Forgot to turn this camera on, but I'll zoom in here. I got the elastic around the back 2 bolts, and it's actually holding it up in place, so I can hopefully wiggle the intake out of there. The camera won't focus, but you can still see it. Now I'm gonna try to lift and pull forward, wiggle it out slowly, and see if there's anything else in my way. Hopefully it'll come off. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to disconnect that map sensor if I can even get to it. slide out, first of all. Alright, I'm gonna just try to disconnect this thing. I think I can. You guys won't be able to see it, but yeah. Okay, so I got it out. And I'm gonna pull on this vacuum line, which is right under it. Try to get this vacuum line disconnected. I'll be very surprised if I can get this out. This thing will actually just pull out with this vacuum line, maybe. Actually, no, there's not that much give. Like, there's not that much. There we go. All right. Okay, there's something else. There's something else. What's left? Another vacuum line? Okay, so that's... I believe that would be this guy right here. So that's why I unplugged it on this side. Shit, my memory card's full? No way. Forgot to delete. I'm gonna try to fish this through better so I can pull it out with this, because I'm not sure how to disconnect it from the manifold. So I go over here, try to fucking fish it through. All right. I should have plugged this thing up. Damn it. There we go. Yeah. That's it. Might as well just let it all loose. Boom, here we go. This is what you see when you get the manifold off. I know these are the knock sensors over here. That's the plate for it, and these are the intake ports. This thing is fucking filthy, by the way. Like, this can't be good. Look at this. I'm gonna fucking clean this up right now. Probably gonna wipe around the intake ports, tape them off, then get my vacuum out, suck as much dirt as I can. Alright, so basically there's not much left to do. Gotta disconnect the power steering return and feed lines. So the return, I think, is return. This line there's just a clamp, and then you just detach it from the actual pump. And then over here, I guess I'll try to show. Yeah, so the line you detach from here, which is right in front of the power steering pump. And then here's the other connection right there, which I can't get any of my wrenches to loosen this up because it's kind of tight and the line's coming out of the nut. So what I'm gonna do is take off the pulley. That way I have more room to play with, and then I'll disconnect that, drain some fluid, and that should be done with. I got my brand new pack here. GM power steering pulley remover installer. I need scissors. I hate these fucking packages. So basically you got the two tools here. These are for two different kinds of GM transmissions. This is the one we need.
Oh, mine's not hot. So smooth.
I was gonna say the one where this goes around that clamp and then you twist and it pulls, but yeah. That's gonna go in like that.
Pull it out again?
Huh?
Do it again.
Nice. You just wanted to see that?
Yeah.
And then these, are they the same? No, they're same but different.
One clips over that ring.
Like that.
Same
but different. And then this ring. You get a good angle of this. This ring goes over like that. That's locked into place. Alright. We're locked in place. Now we need two wrenches, or a socket wrench and a wrench here. Alright, which way do you think I have to turn?
Counterclockwise. Or clockwise, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, you hear that crack?
Yeah.
That's the pulley slowly coming off. I read that online. Or I seen it in the video. That's how I know how to do this.
Interesting.
That's fucking dirty. Oh shit.
Not good.
What the fuck was that? Did you see what that was?
Some silver thing, like a washer.
It looked like a little metal ball or something.
Oh.
Fuck. And then unscrew this with my 5/8 over here. It fits perfect. Nice and snug. I'm just gonna turn it counterclockwise. Oh dude, that was it? It was just, I just had to break it free. I had to get the pulley off just to break it free. Alright, so I'm assuming fluid's gonna come out of here, even though I already got the fluid out of the reservoir. Yeah, not too bad. Good thing I emptied that.
Alright, just pull.
Or you can just do that. It's coming out, you just gotta twist it.
Ooh, that hurt your finger or what?
Nope. Alright, so these tubes are staying. Oh fuck. I didn't mean to do that.
Whoa.
Here, push that in again. One. I forget what these actually are. I'm pretty sure this is the MAF. I already pulled that out to get the intake out. With these, yeah. That's pretty much all that's restricting me from pulling the motor.
Not wire?
Yeah, the one or two connections back there on that side. It's still like clipped on
as long as
to the motor.
Okay, so if it's clipped onto the motor, then you can pull it out. If it's not clipped into the motor, then you gotta disconnect it. But whatever is connected to the motor will just come out. When you pull the motor out, it will come out with the motor, and then you can unclip it then.
Yeah, unless it's clipped to the motor and
the firewall.
And the firewall.
Then yeah, exactly.
But like I won't be able to tell unless the motor starts coming out.
Yeah, so that's what you gotta do.
That pretty much wraps it up here. The motor is basically ready to come out. Like no lines are connected to the steering rack or any of the pumps. The wire harness is literally all disconnected from the engine except for like one or two plugs back there I can't reach. So once I pull the motor up and over with the hoist, lift, whatever, then unplug those. Shouldn't be a big deal. So yeah, now I just gotta prep and plan this thing to come out. I gotta rent an engine hoist and maybe a truck and get that bitch over here. Spend a Saturday doing that, get it out. I got my engine stand in a box over here. I'm gonna unbox and open up right now. And yeah, pretty much fucking good to go. We're looking good.
Get to pull out an engine.
We're rocking.
Freaking small block.
We're rocking.